Okay, so I wanted to go and come back to do our page 292 story problems, so we could go through those, and then I wanted to review, like I told you earlier, averaging. But right now I want to do the story problems on page 292, and then we'll go back and check the averaging. But look at letter A carefully. It says there are 12 girls in third grade. There are 5 fewer girls in fourth grade than there are in third grade. There are twice as many girls in fifth grade as in fourth grade. How many girls are in all 3 grades? And some of you look at that whole problem and you just have a little freak out session. There's no need to freak out because you can do it. What do we say that we always need to be doing with the work that we do? What did I tell you even with our multiplication with carrying, or not even multiplication with carrying, with our multiplication 2 digits and 2 digits? We have to just break it down. And if you break it down, it'll make it so much easier. So this is my suggestion, because first of all, read it carefully, underline what you need to make it make sense so you can understand it. Or what I've told you several times through the school year is draw it out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can see that there are 12 girls in third grade. But then it says there are 5 fewer girls in fourth grade. So if there's this many girls in third grade, and you can, put third grade girls, okay? This is the third grade girls. There are 5 fewer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fewer. So that doesn't mean that there were 5 in fourth grade. It just means there were 5 fewer. So we take away those 5. We're not going to count those with my fourth grade. And this gives me how many are in fourth grade. So this answer of what's left is fourth grade girls. Okay, so count how many are left after you take 5 away. That's how many fourth grade girls there are. Okay, then the third thing it says is there are twice as many girls in fifth grade as in not third grade, but as in fourth grade. So however many girls there are right here in fourth grade, oh, I did box that one, so I'll circle this one. However many girls there are in fourth grade, this number is going to be doubled to show how many are in fifth grade. Okay, so I have my third grade girls, which are all of these. Then I have 5 left, fewer, which that would mean those are the fourth grade girls. What I have left is the fourth grade girls. Then what I have for my fourth grade girls, if I double that number, that's going to give me how many fifth grade girls there are. And so I take all of those, the number of third grade girls, which I know is 12, and whatever that number is, that's 5 fewer, 5 less. So I take this number here for fourth grade girls, and I take that number that I doubled 2 times. Then I write the third grade girls, the fourth grade girls, the fifth grade girls, and add that up to figure out how many girls there are in all 3 grades. Okay, so count how many are left over. That's how many are in fourth grade. Take that, multiply it by 2. That gives me the number in fifth grade. Then take my third grade number of 12, my fourth grade number of that, and my fifth grade number of this twice, and add those to get how many girls in all 3 grades. Okay? Then, letter B. Sharon Springs, New York got 8 1/2 inches of snow in 3 days. It snowed 2 1/2 inches on the first day and 3 inches on the second day. How many inches did it snow on the third day? How are we supposed to figure that out? Well, because we already know part of the answer. We know the total. The total is 8 1/2, okay? And then we know that on day 1, it snowed 2 1/2 inches. Day 2, it snowed 3. Now the reason that I wanted to show you this is because we don't put the 3 under the fraction because the 3 is a whole number. I have a mixed number plus a whole number. My whole number goes underneath the whole number, okay? A mixed number has both. So my fraction part stays where it is. So when I am adding that together, I'm adding my fraction side, 1/2 plus 0, and then my whole number side, 2 plus 3. And then you're like, yeah, but okay, so then the answer is this, right? No, the answer isn't this. This is how much snowed on the 3rd day. So this answer will be how much snowed on the 3rd day, or excuse me, this answer is how much snow fell in the first 2 days. Sorry, I totally messed that up. This is how much snow fell in the first 2 days. Once you get this answer, then you are going to take that and subtract it from here. So don't forget, whatever this is, I don't want to give you every part of it. You're going to subtract those, and when you subtract it, you're going to get one answer. 1/2 minus 1/2 is an easy one to figure out. And then this minus this equals a number, and that's how many inches you're going to know for the 3rd day. Okay, that's all that you're doing for those story problems. All right, so think and work carefully on those. I know you can do those and figure that out very quickly and easily. But I also wanted to look, like I said, at our averaging, because a couple days ago you had the page where they had the average numbers like this, and some of you said, oh, you can't do it, and you just didn't do it. No. You take these numbers written this way and you write them going down. 95 plus 37 plus 153, and write them neatly so that they're in the proper place value, okay? And then you add 5 plus 7, 12 plus 3, 15, carry over my 1, 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 3, 13, plus 5, 18, carry over my 1, 1 and 1 is 2, 285. Then I bring my 285 over to the side, draw my division house, and I have to figure out how many numbers did I add together? 1, 2, 3, or count down. 1 number, 1 add-in, 2 add-ins, 3 add-ins. That's what I divide by. Some of you were just choosing random numbers. You're saying 2 when it should have been 3, or 3 when it should have been 4. You count 1, 2, 3 numbers, 3 add-ins that I added, and that's what I divide. A helpful hint, you're not going to have a remainder for these averages. Now, in a regular average, you would have a remainder but this curriculum has chosen specific numbers that are not going to have remainders for your averages. So if you get a remainder, you did it wrong, you need to go back and do it again, okay? So how many 3s are in 28? It would be 9. Then we multiply. 9 times 3, 27. Subtract 28 minus 27, 1. Compare, it is less. Bring down my 5. How many 3s are in 15? There are 5 3s in 15. We put the 5 up top, multiply. 5 times 3, 15, subtract, and we know we're done. And then we have to circle our answer, because if we don't, it's going to be marked wrong. So circle your answer. But that's what you are doing for that. So you write it going down. Don't just kind of give up on it and say, oh, it can't be done. No, it can be done, but you have to write it going down, solve the addition, and then do the division. So remember, averaging is addition and division. You add it together, divide by the number of add-ins. And interestingly enough, I was listening to one of Miss Phelan's, don't tell her though, one of Miss Phelan's videos that she was just teaching her students, and it was reviewing this. So this is why I tell you, if you can get this stuff now in 3rd grade, when you get up there, it's going to be so much easier because you're going to be like, oh, we already knew how to do this. But if you haven't practiced it and you're not practicing it correctly, it's going to be harder up there. So she's teaching the same review to her kids, and she's not having to teach it because they already know it. So make sure you already know it before you go up there. So take these numbers, 11, 9, and 13. Maybe it was a bunch of friends that wanted to average their ages together and see what the average age of the three of them would be. So 1 plus 9, 10 plus 3, 13, carry over my 1, 1, 2, 3. And then I take my 33 and draw my division house over it. Once I do that, I count how many numbers did I add together? How many addends do I have? 1, 2, 3. 3 addends. And then I divide my my answer, my sum, with my number of addends. How many 3s are in 3? Very good. Subtract 0, compare, bring down the 3. How many 3s are in 3? And you could just do that on its own. You could say, oh, I already know it's going to be 11. Well, still write it out as a division problem and circle your answer 11. So in the middle number, and you could figure that out, but we're not guessing what the middle number is. Some of you are just like, oh, I'm just going to guess. It must be 11 because 11 is in between 9 and 13. No, because if there were another number with it, maybe there was another higher number like 13 or 14, it's not just going to be, you can't just choose one of those numbers. So you have to see what actually is in the middle. So you have to add first, then divide by the number of addends, your sum that you get by the number of addends. And if you get a remainder, then you didn't do it correctly. You need to go back and check. Okay, so really think carefully. And one more thing, on that same page from the other day, I think it was 286, 287, I'm not sure. It had the little rocket ship with your, well, it was supposed to be rocket ship. Some of you didn't figure that out. With your plot points, when you do your plot points, label them A, B, C, D, label those, because what you were supposed to draw was actually a picture. We don't draw up and down. Some of you were drawing just up and down arrows. No, you were supposed to go from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, then F, then G, then H, and I, and then that showed you, it would have shown you a rocket ship. Okay, so work carefully when you are doing those to kind of really understand how it works, because like I said, you will see those again. All right. Hope that helped. Do well on your page. I'm going to be checking. See you soon.